Hey Sagittarius, this is going to be your Will We Be Together reading for April. This is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every single Sagittarius. If it resonates with you, wonderful, but if it doesn't, please feel free to check out your moon, rising, Venus sign, or any other of the wonderful readers here on YouTube. I've already shuffled the decks. I just need to cut them, lay out your spread, and we'll get started. As always, I'll leave a timestamp in the comment section below, and we'll go ahead and speed through this. Okay, Sagittarius, let's get started. I'm going to read this side as you and your energy. Please remember that energy can be interchangeable, so if you resonate more with this side, please feel free, just switch the roles, okay? So let's jump into it. I do want to mention quickly that there's a lot of earth and air energy here. You could definitely be dealing with a Libra. Their energy is very strong here, as well as, of course, Gemini and Aquarius. So let's jump into this. It's interesting for me, Sagittarius, because it really feels like you have a very pure love for this person. This could be a person who you've dealt with before in the past, especially because your current energy is the Six of Cups. So it could be someone who, a relationship that you had in the past or a connection in the past that's revisiting you now, one that you kind of have really fond, loving feelings about. And, or if it's not, if it's something newer, it's a very pure love and emotion. There's no ulterior motives with how you feel about this person. You're not seeking anything but love. And it feels like with this connection in the past, what you brought to it was the Knight of Swords energy. Either in the past, you had some combative energy with this person, and we'll keep going to see why that could possibly be. But for others of you, and for a large number of you, you kind of jumped into this relationship full force and very, very quickly. You were very decisive. You knew what you wanted. You weren't really careful in the sense where it's not like you spent tons of time vetting this person. You really actually jumped into this based on emotion. You went full steam ahead into this. And I feel like now you're at a place because where you want to find out a little bit more about this relationship or this person now. Because what you're hoping for in the future is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is very inquisitive. They want information. I feel like you jumped into this really based on your emotions, and now you're at a place where you're kind of like stepping back to see, okay, I jumped into this, head first, and now you're at a place where you're really looking to see if this could be something that is going to solidify or stabilize. Some of you, and this is for a small number of you, but I have to mention it because it's coming through that some of you eloped, jumped into a marriage very, very quickly, jumped into a relationship, committed really, really quickly, just based on the feeling, just because you just felt, and there's some part of you that knew that this was kind of what you wanted, and you didn't take a lot of time to think about it. These emotions rushed in for you really quickly. If you didn't jump into the relationship, the emotions fled in really quickly and you acted on them very, very quickly. Now, for the person that you're dealing with, I'm going to say right off the bat, they come across as very immature energy. That doesn't have to be negative. They could be younger than you. They just could have less life experience, but they just have a very kind of childlike energy about them, or they seem a little bit less decisive than you. And the reason I say that here, they're coming across as the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, the two youngest Pentacles in the court suit. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. There's a lot of earth energy, like I said, in them. But this is a person that, despite being a little bit immature and naive, they want something stable. They come across as really wanting to settle down, to not necessarily settle down, but they want to find a solid partnership or something that's going to be something that could grow into something. There's this energy. They may not have their life together completely financially for some of you, but they still want something. They still want the potential of having a relationship. They could be having a little bit of financial difficulty, or they've just started a business. They've just started a new job after maybe not working for a while, or just having a lull in finances. So, but either way, they do want something that can grow into something that's stable. They're moving slowly with you because that's what they brought to this relationship, whereas you were moving really, really quickly, right? Nights are all about movement, and it's talking a lot about the way you're moving, the movement, the dynamic between the two of you. You wanted to move really quickly. They, on the other hand, are being a little bit more methodical and moving a little bit slower in this situation. What they're hoping for in the future, you've got the Five of Swords here. It's not the best card to get in that position. I feel like although they do want something stable, that's something that they do want. They want to see where this can grow into. These feelings, the emotional aspect of this hasn't developed completely yet. There's still a dynamic here with this person that you're dealing with where they, and it could be because they've come off of a situation where they're trying to grow something and they're not super stable. They have a little bit of a self-serving energy, almost this energy of, I'm going to say this, and this may not be for all of you, but there's a good number of you where this person, they have contradictory behavior, where they may say that they want something stable, but their behavior is very, very different. They could be very, very selfish. They still may be wanting to, either play the field, it's interesting because there's this real kind of, there's a bipolarity here where it feels a strong energy of one minute they say they want something stable, and the next minute they say something that seems a little bit off, where you kind of feel like, do you even really want a relationship? Why would you say something like that? Or why would you do something in that way? There is an immaturity. A lot of this is based in immaturity because they haven't developed to the place where they can sustain relationships effectively, because they haven't developed the part of themselves where they are considerate enough of other people's emotions and feelings with this Five of Swords energy. They want this relationship or this connection with you for more selfish reasons than you do. That's the best way I can put it. It's not emotional for them. There's something about you. It could be that you're really stable. It could be that you are beautiful, handsome, whatever it is. But the emotional aspect has not caught up to their other desires when it comes to you. Now, the way that you guys viewed each other in the past, let's get into that. You viewed them as the Justice card. Again, they could be a Libra, very strong energy here. It feels like you viewed this person as someone who could bring some kind of balance to your life. It may be because your energy may be a little bit more erratic and they're a little bit, almost there's a little bit of the yin to your yang energy. So there's something about them that you feel like it would either calm you in a way, settle your spirit. There's something about this person that you felt like would bring some balance to your life. They viewed you and perceived you in the past as the Ace of Pentacles. They viewed you as an opportunity. There are some of you where this relationship is strictly about finances, or was about finances. That's not all of you, but I have to mention it because of a lot of the dynamics here. I feel like some of you were blessed in some way financially, and this person can either perceive that, knows that. That's just for some of you. Now for others of you, I feel like they perceived you in the past as an opportunity for stability. Okay. So again, not everyone is dealing with a little bit of a sinister character, but some of you are dealing with someone who wants you strictly for your stability, money, resources. I have to put that out there. But there are others of you where this person, you'll know that. You can use your intuition to figure out which Sagittarius pool you fall into. But for others of you, they view you as an opportunity for stability and for their life to stabilize. That's how they perceived you in the past. Now, right now, I feel like there's a lot of you, for the other group that I'm talking about, that are dealing with someone who may be with you for some kind of resources that you have. For that group of you, you're coming to that realization, or you're seeing it already. Because how you perceive them now is the 10 of Pentacles. You perceive them as someone who's a little bit preoccupied with what you have, money, resources, connections, things like that. Again, this is not for every Sagittarius. I'm going to read it both ways. But some of you are coming to that realization about kind of who this person is, and that they're more preoccupied with what you have. For others of you, for the other group, you really perceive this person as someone that you could have a life with, be very stable with, create a family with, blend a family with. There's a lot of kids here. So for some of you, like, do you see how there's pages? And so some of you have teenagers and young children. Both of you do. So for some of you, you feel like this could be an opportunity to kind of blend families and create a stable family with this person. Daughters and sons, both here. Interesting. If there are kids involved, in any aspect, that the boy's older and the daughter's is younger. So the way they perceive you now is the Two of Wands. They really see you as someone who has chosen them. For those of you who aren't dealing with the more sinister character here, they see you as someone that's really like decided to choose them. Someone who knows what they want, very much so. They see you as someone who knows what they want. It's something they really like about you. Now, for others of you, for the ones who this is a more sinister character, who has more nefarious intentions, I feel like they really see you as an opportunity to get something. You see how this character has the world in their hand. There's something that you have that they want. There's something that you can give them access to, and they feel like you're the opportunity to gain access to something. For those of you who are dealing with that type of person, you're already sensing that with the Seven of Swords here. You're already sensing, because this is your doubts and fears, you already fear that this person's sneaky, lying. It could be a thief, could be someone who just wants to take advantage of you because you've recently had a blessing, right? Because this is what's motivating you, a motivating factor outside of this person. You've gotten some kind of blessing in a period where a lot of people aren't experiencing a lot of blessings. You are. And you can kind of sense that this person is coming around, even though you had this kind of initial attraction to them. Now you're kind of analyzing the situation, and you're figuring out that this person may not have my best intentions at heart here, for sure. Now, for others of you, you are still skeptical. with the Seven of Swords energy showing up here. You're skeptical about this person. That's why you're kind of inquisitive about what they have going on. You may want them, you want stability with them, but you're skeptical, and you're skeptical for good reason. You should always use your intuition. So I feel like for those of you who are just skeptical, but you don't feel like this person has completely bad intentions towards you, I feel like the opportunity or whatever blessing this is that's come into your life, it's something that you want to protect and only share with someone whose intentions are pure. Because yours are. Your intentions are pure. You only want to share your blessings and life with someone whose intentions are also pure. Now, I can tell that this person they're kind of scared for you to leave or walk away, because this is their doubts and fears. I mean, do you see this energy down here? I mean, this is kind of what's motivating them. They don't want to be rejected by you. That goes for either situation. Both situations, no matter what kind of person this is that you're dealing with, which side they fall, they're both really scared of you moving on from them, rejecting them, or losing interest in them. They really feel like you're an opportunity that they don't want to get to miss, and they feel like you would be the one to kind of move on or move forward or leave this situation if you feel like something's off. Now, kind of the outcome it looks like for the month, you're going to be very, very defensive, in a very defensive mode, and taking a break, right? Like, as most are, with this Four of Swords energy. You're going to be kind of taking a break and pulling back, because you're a little bit apprehensive with this Knight of Wands energy. You don't know exactly how the situation is going to move forward. And I feel you're going to make the decision to kind of take a step back in this relationship, in this connection, and really just kind of evaluate it, take a break, and you're going to be more observant than anything else. You're really going to be observing them. You're not going to be initiating, neither you especially are not. And I feel like if something is going to come up, there's going to be some kind of conversation, action, something that this person does that forces you into this energy, and they're going to feel a pull away that you are going to exhibit, and it's kind of going to cause them to kind of take a step back as well, because they don't want to make an error with you. And they feel like it's better to not move than to make the wrong move. And they're going to take that stance in April for sure. So I hope that was helpful, provided a little bit of clarity for you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.